Come on!
Is a barbed wire strap and light tubes match. Introducing first, hailing from Louisville, Kentucky, weighing in at 191 pounds, J.C. His opponent hails from National Park, New Jersey. He weighs in at 225 pounds and is the king of... Hailing from National Park, New Jersey, and the king of ultra violence, Nick Gage! Who's the man? Right here.
All right, we are underway with another second round match here at the King of the Death Matches. We have J.C. Bailey and the self-crowned King of Ultra Violence, Nick Gage, getting it on in a barbed wire strap match. And already Nick Gage with the upper hand, choosing not to strap himself into the barbed wire strap, instead going right to the forehead of J.C. Bailey, which looks like a fork. Mop of light bulbs across the back of J.C. Bailey. Bailey is opened up pretty sickly already across that forehead. Both of these guys advanced in the late showings of last night's opening rounds, and not to take anything away from either of these two competitors, but possibly advancing in upsets, J.C. Bailey over Ian Rotten and Nick Gage over the Necro Butcher. A shudder that was left over from last night's home wrecking ball match taken to J.C. Bailey there by Nick Gage, and now Nick Gage decides, oh, here, yeah, why don't you go ahead and strap me into this barbed wire strap? Sure. Now that he's already taken advantage of J.C. Bailey. Looks like the match is finally officially underway now that both men are strapped into the barbed wire strap. Arrogant, lackadaisical cover there by Nick Gage, and now he's taking that barbed wire that's on the strap and digging and driving and grinding it into the head of JC. Nick Gage is an angry, unhappy man, in my opinion. Bundle of light tubes, looks like a 4-pack, cinches him up, snaps suplex right into the center of the ring across that bundle of tubes. JC Bailey obviously in a lot of pain, and I'm thinking that barbed wire strap got hooked on the head of JC Bailey there for a moment. I hear some holy you-know-what chants from the fans on that side of the ring. I don't have a good vantage point. I'm thinking barbed wire strap pulled between the legs of JC Bailey right across his nether regions. And once again, flipping him through. Nick Gage has his man up. Face lock, twists him up top. Drops him down hard on the debris left behind from them light tubes. And as always, broken light tube means weapon dragging across the cheek, it looks like, and forehead of JC Bailey is Nick Gage. Tosses it at the ref. Like I said, this guy, I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know if someone pissed in his cornflakes this morning, but he is one unhappy, ticked off individual. Leg draped across the ropes there by JC Bailey, breaks up the near fall, and Nick Gage decides to take advantage of it and punish him for putting that leg across the ropes. Smack across the face of JC Bailey. Front face lock hooked in. DDT right in the center of the ring. Looks like Gage is working on taking off the strap. The ref admonishes him, but Nick Gage doesn't care. Gage was looking for a little freedom from that strap, but guess what? JC Bailey got loose as well. Time to fly! JC Bailey through the ropes, takes out a seated Nick Gage on the outside. Now he's got one of those light bulb mops. My view is obstructed, but I'm sure I'll be able to hear the action. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, light tube mops bashed into the skull of Nick Gage by JC. They're working on the floor. IWA fans clamoring around him. They love this brutal, ultra-violent action. We appreciate every single one of them that came out to this show, and for those of you that didn't and are watching this at home, I'm sure you wish you would have been here, and you should have. JC Bailey's got some light tubes. Again, I couldn't see it, but it sounded sick. And by the holy you-know-what chance, I think I was right. JC Bailey now gnawing on the forehead of Nick Gage. I'm a fat dude and I get hungry, but I never get that hungry. Looks like he's also got a little bit of a choke going on right now. JC rolls his man back in the ring. Comes in quickly after him. Grabs himself a bundle of tubes. And another one for good measure. He's calling for that double stomp, and that's exactly what put Ian in the hospital last night with a cracked sternum and broken ribs. Last night he came off of the 15-foot ladder. Tonight it was off the top turnbuckle. 1, 2, only a 2 count there on Nick Gage. J.C. Bailey's calling for 2 chairs. We'll see what he has in mind. He's got them set up opposite each other. Props up a light tube between them. Stomps Gage into the corner. J.C. Bailey, great hurricane run off the top through that light tube. 1, 2, again, only a 2 count. And look at Nick Gage powering out with authority and animosity. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is my first opportunity to call a King of the Death matches. I've been to a few, but this is some amazing, brutal action that we're witnessing here in 2010. J.C. Bailey dragging his nails across the forehead, dropping in some elbows from good measure. Gage opened up, blood streaming onto the mat. He gets him up. Sick pile driver. Looks like he was going to roll him over, but no, he brings him back up again. Going for a power bomb. JC floats on through. He gets caught, dropped across the knee of Nick Gage. Only a 2 count. Both of these guys, as I alluded to earlier, had amazing battles with their opponents last night. J.C. Bailey with Ian Rotten and Nick Gage going over on Necro Butcher. And to say that they were in wars would be an understatement, but they might be even going harder against each other tonight than they did against their opponents last night. And why wouldn't they? They're trying to get on into the semifinals of the King of the Death matches. Sick boot, followed up. Only got himself a 2 count. J.C. Bailey getting pumped up. Neither of these guys have won a King of the Death match tournament. Small package roll up by J.C. Bailey, only gets a 2. Close line attempt mixed. Rolls him through, only a 2. Blocks the kick. Another near fall attempt. He hits him! J.C. Bailey has advanced.
See
In the hospital last night with a cracked